we're sitting here after 37 minutes and we haven't even waxed lyrical about our team's performances. We've just been mostly finding things to discuss that I feel like.
But that's what you got to do. Like, I don't think the waxing lyrical constantly is what's needed right now. I feel like we do enough of that. Like, we got me and you, for example, when we're on shows, panel shows, that's when we do that. I feel like when we're having conversations like this, like one-to-one Arsenal shows, like behind the scenes, if we were having a conversation with Arteta, this is what he would be having with his coaching staff. He's not going to be sitting there with his coaching staff talking about, yes, we were brilliant and we have only conceded this, and that's not the conversation they're going to have. They're going to be talking about, how can we improve? What do we need to do? What's this? That's how you improve. That's how you get better. So when we have these one-to-one shows, like I do with you, one with Strict or one with DG, I'm going to be having the conversations of what do we need to do to improve. So the same conversation I said to DG last Friday, and the same conversation I said to Stricto is what I'm going to ask you. What do you think we are missing in this team to make this team really complete? Because you can't tell me it's already complete. Yes, it's one of the most well-rounded squads, but what do we need to make it really complete?
We just need to win, bro. Forget about bringing in somebody else. We just need to win. Everyone's gonna. As soon as we win, a lot of these players' names and stature will increase. And the reason why I say that, we already have game changers in Saka. We already have game changers in Gyökeres, Gabriel, because Declan Rice. We have game changers in this team. We just need to start winning. If Arsenal was to do a domestic double with the league or FA Cup or even a Champions League title this season, best believe no one will be saying we don't have superstars. They will then.
No, you're going too far again. You're going too far again.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying the players we currently have in our team would then be elevated due to the fact that they've actually delivered the set trophy or league title.
I get that, but what I'm saying is, if you say if Arsenal win a domestic cup double, like the whole point of to be able to do that is to improve the team. So in January, like for me, this is what I said to DG.
January, we're not doing nothing.
No. See, this is where me and you disagree. In January, every time we have a transfer window, I want a player. We need to improve. You can never tell me the team's good enough to never improve.
Well, what we did in the summer, we stockpiled 8 players into the team without getting rid of too many. I believe that the January window will be Arsenal trying to shift out Gabriel Jesus and potentially then just looking at lining up stuff for the summer. I don't believe we're going to sign a single player in January.
Yeah, maybe not, but that doesn't mean it's the right decision. Because in the summer, what we need to do in January is go and get Semenyo. That's what we need to do.
Why would we?
What do you mean?
Why would we spend 100 million on a player mid-season when we can get him at the end of the season for probably?
Because we can't think about the end of the season, bro. We have to think about now. January is in a month and a half or 2 months' time. We can't start thinking about the end of the season and getting him cheaper as if to say we've already won the league. We have to get him now to make sure we got the best chance to win the league. There's no point thinking about Semenyo in the summer when you can get him in January. I'd rather pay over the odds for him in January, so he comes in January instead of getting him for cheaper in the summer.
Okay, I don't think too much change in the January window is good. So I don't think bringing in multiple players makes sense. So I agree with you. No, I am agreeing with you. Maybe one player can definitely improve this team, and a left winger like Semenyo's quality could definitely improve the team. But in the same breath, you have to view it as the selling team would ask for a hefty fee because it's mid-season.
Don't mind.
They also Arsenal would have to pay probably around 100 million for a player who I don't value at 100 million. Now, would it make sense for Arsenal to go for Semenyo? 100%. Will we go for Semenyo? I don't think so. I think there would have to be at least 2 sales. There would have to be at least a Jesus and a Trossard or a Martinelli to be out the door before we bring in a Semenyo in the January window. And off the back of a summer transfer window where I felt like we did 2 windows worth of business, I don't think we are going to change it up too much. I think Mikel Arteta is set with the team for the year. And if we do business, I think it's going to be going into next year, because the calendar year, you can only spend so much money without getting yourself into financial problems. Do you think Arsenal will now go and spend another 100 million on one player?
If we want to win the league, yeah. That's what you
Bro,
have to win the league, bro.
I think what you're missing is we could be in such a stranglehold over the league. The league might be already done by February.
I know, but when you see when you say that, yeah, you keep saying it as if to say things are a foregone conclusion. There is no foregone conclusion in this league.
I'm not saying there is, but
I
at the
know, but
rate that we're going, we are just
we're only 6 points.
on
Yeah, we're only. It's not like we're 12 points clear, 15. We're only six
the end
points
of the
clear.
weekend.
That's
It will be
that's one
come
one
the end of
game.
the weekend. It will be 8, bro. Come the end of the weekend, it will be 8. Why
That's
are we
fine.
doing?
That's fine. I believe that's a heavy possibility. But me, if I'm Arsenal right now and I'm the owners, I'm saying to Arteta, what do you need to almost guarantee this title? You want Semenyo? Let's go get him. That's a player that we need on the left wing. Go and get the best players right now to guarantee this, to go for the Champions. We're in the best position right now to go buy players. This is one of the best positions we've been in the last 5 years, bro.
One
This is one
second.
of the best positions Arsenal was in.
Take your head as a fan away for 2 seconds and look at this strictly from a business aspect.
I am.
Gabriel Jesus and some other players have to be sold for Arsenal to be then going out and splashing more cash this window off the back of all the signings we made.
It's not this window, it's the next window. This is January I'm talking about.
No, I'm talking about January.
Arsenal, there's been rumours that Arsenal have got 120 million in January. What are you saying? What are you talking about?
Where did you see this? Show me the
But what are you talking about? This is rumours that Arsenal got 100 odd million.
Where did you see this? I've never seen this.
I saw this about 3 weeks ago.
Bullshit, bro. I've never seen that. I'm not saying
What?
I'm saying they're bullshitting. There's no chance. They're coming out with numbers already. What are we talking about?
You're saying take the fan hat off. The fan hat is what I'm saying needs to be done. What needs to be done is we need to improve the squad when we've got the best chance of winning the league. When we're in a position of strength,
we already have the best squad in the league. We don't need more players to come into this team to try to gel more players into the team. What we need to do is when Havertz, Madueke, Odegaard, all these guys come back, is to find a way to get the best out of those guys. You don't realize we have a bloated squad. More players can bring more disharmony. It doesn't necessarily always mean a better squad. Sometimes when you bring in more, you can just bring in too much, and it can become a situation where we haven't
brought in too much. We had the smallest squad in the league last year. We didn't bring
right now we have more than enough in every area of the pitch to go on and win this league. I don't think we need to go out and splash 100 million on Semenyo in January. And I do think if Arsenal was to go and splash 100 million in January, they would probably sell both Trossard and Jesus to make room for that said player. There's no way.
You keep talking about Jesus like Jesus has been playing. Jesus has been out for 8 months.
No, because I already view Jesus as somebody who's getting sold in January.
Exactly. So why do you keep talking about him? He's already somebody that's out the door when it's available. We don't have to worry about him. He's not part of Arsenal anymore. He's gone. Jesus is finished.
Stop. Same way how we haven't won the league yet. You can't say that about a player who's still currently under Arsenal's books.
No, but I'm talking about the thought process of the managers and the coaching staff. If Jesus comes back and is performing in training, then I guess they might, because they might, but you know what? He's there. Might as well use him. But for me, as a person that has seen Jesus' injury record and his performances over the last 3 or 4 years, I'm not planning for Jesus in my team. I'm saying, listen, I don't have to be Arteta. I'm doing the fan. I'm saying Jesus is, as far as I'm concerned, is not part of Arsenal. Semenyo is an Arsenal fan. That's who we need to get to make sure we have the best chance of winning the title. Yes, we're in a good position and we're playing well and our squad is good enough to win the league, but let's make the chances better. Why would we not do that? When you're meant to add on top of quality when you can. I'm not saying buy 5 players or 6 players. I'm saying what we do need is an out-and-out left winger. We all know that. And there's one right there that's an Arsenal fan that's performing at the highest rate, second top goal scorer, I think, in the league at Bournemouth, an attacking team, so he can fit into our style. Why would we not go and try and get that player?
I just don't think it's going to logically happen. I'm sorry. I don't see a world in which Arsenal goes and splashes the cash in January off the back of the transfer window we just had. I do think they're going to probably, if we didn't splash the cash last transfer window when we needed a striker, I don't think we're going to do that this window, and I don't think we even need to. We have more than enough attacking options, and when Madueke comes back, Odegaard's back, Havertz is back. There's way more than enough players in this squad.
There isn't though.
There
There
is.
isn't.
No,
How
but you
is
don't,
there?
because we literally have 3 players in every attacking part of the pitch.
But you're not. You keep talking about the players. Okay, so on the right we have who? Saka and who?
Saka, Max, and
Matt
Madueke.
Darwin is not part of this.
He is. Saka, Max, and Madueke are part of the attack.
Okay, so on the left, who's the ones on the left? Trossard and Martinelli.
Trossard, Martinelli, Eze.
And in the center, in the 10, who is it?
We have 4 players. We have Gyökeres, we have Havertz, we have Jesus, and we have Moreno.
Jesus, bro. Are you being serious?
Jesus is
Listen to
whatever you want to say. He's still currently an Arsenal player. Same way how you said we haven't won the league yet. He's still currently an Arsenal player.
All right. So anyway, to me, I would feel like if we want to go on to win this league and actually get it over the line, we need to upgrade and get Semenyo. That's what I would say. And not only do we need to get Semenyo, we might actually need another central midfielder to cover Declan Rice.
Okay. Do you are you watching what's happening over at Liverpool? Do you see how long it takes?
You don't want to. I thought you're not focused on other teams.
No. I'm just showing you.
At the beginning, I said to you, "Are you?"
I'm giving you an example of how it takes time for players to acclimatize.
No. You're missing the point though. That's not related to Arsenal.
No. It is.
It's not though.
If you want to spend 100 million on a player in the middle of the season, it is.
It's one of the best players in the league. In the position that we need.
Still, if I'm not mistaken, Alexander Isak was one of the best players in the Premier League.
Alexander Isak. You can't say Alexander Isak as if to say Liverpool shouldn't have bought him, because that was one of the best strikers in world football. Whether it works or not is a different matter. But
I'm not gonna lie to you. Right now, they didn't need him. They had Ekitike. They probably should have maybe got a left winger who could also play as striker. They let Luis Diaz go, who could play left wing and striker. Right now they could do for another left wing / striker player who could do both.
But every team needs better players, and every team needs a star striker. So
we have a star.
I know, but we don't have a. My point was we need a left winger. Was my point. We need an out and out left winger.
We have more than enough left wingers to help us win this league. You don't need.
So we don't need anything then. So our team's complete.
Not every team.
Is our team complete?
For right now, it's the most complete team in the world.
No. Is our team complete? It doesn't need any improvement then.
No, you can improve on it next season.
Where? What needs to be improved is my point. Tell me what needs to be improved
on it next summer. You can improve on it next
summer. We've got a transfer window in January. Why are you talking about next summer?
Because you don't.
We're trying to win the league now.
You don't need to go every single January and splash 100K on a player, 100 million on a player.
You don't have to. But if we're in the position we're in right now, where we've got a good chance of this league, is now's the time you spend when you're in a chance to win it. You don't wait till the summer and then say,
we did that in the summer. We brought in 8 players for a reason. I don't think there's any more room in the squad for another £100 million player, unless at least
there is. Of course, there is.
No, I don't think there is. I think it's
how many £100 million players do you think we have
right now? At least 6.
Who?
Let me go through it. First things first. You got Declan Rice. You got Bukayo Saka. Right?
Yeah.
That's 2 of them right there. Then, if I'm not mistaken, you got Saliba. You got Gabriel.
Yeah, that's 4.
That's 4. Then I would go. Odegaard was £100 million player before.
No, he's not.
He was. Odegaard was £100 million.
No. I asked you how many £100 million players we have now. You said 6, and that's 4. You mentioned 4.
If Gyökeres is firing, he'd be considered.
Gyökeres is not £100 million player, Gal.
If he's firing, he's considered £100 million player.
What do you mean if he's firing? What does that mean? If he's firing?
If he's scoring the goals that he was scoring.
I'm trying to explain to you. This is what you said to me. We don't have enough space for another £100 million player, and I'm trying to explain to you. Of course we do.
I think personally, right now,
maybe I'm
100% real with you, I don't think, one, it makes financial sense for the club. Two, I don't think it makes squad building sense to go and spend that kind of money mid-season and get a player to acclimatize.
If it
Sometimes
was 20 million, if it was 20 million, would it make a difference?
if it's a 20 million pound left winger coming in who's a prospect, who, yeah, like the Fafana guy from Lyon, if we were to go and get him, that
But
makes sense.
that's the same squad building, though, Miguel.
No, that makes more sense because one, it's the level of impact a player of that kind of money comes in for, the level of scrutiny, pressure on that individual, plus the pressure from the club to have to continue to make that player work. And you then are no longer able to play the best team available. You have to play that player, and you have to give that player a lot more nurturing and get them to work. It's going to be a Havertz 2.0 all over again, just for us to get, imagine Arsenal having to embed a player that is not already that is not acclimatized to how we play or anything at all, come into the team and have to get them sorted. The reason why Trossard worked so well is because he was a cheap price, and when he came in, expectations were not too high. He came in, he performed, he helped us out. I think if we were to have actually gotten the deal for Michaela Mudryk over the line, God knows what would have happened.
God knows. That's the benefit of hindsight. But what I would say to you is, don't rest on your laurels, innit? Because what you're doing, you're assuming that our squad is complete because we're top and we're playing well. Like, you feel like this is going to happen forever. And I would say to you, don't rest on your laurels. Always remember,
it's going to happen forever. But I think you are missing the fact that we don't have Madueke, Odegaard, Havertz in this team right now.
No, I'm not missing that fact. I'm not missing that fact at all. Even if we have them in this team, we still need a left winger, bro.
Where you were saying earlier, where the minutes going to come for Ethan? Where do you think all
Ethan
the minutes
is not Semenyo?
No. Where do you think all the minutes are going to go for all these other players?
Well, I'm not worried about where the minutes come from. I'm not. This is the league we're going for. I don't care about your minutes. I'm talking about Ethan as a young player's minutes. That's two different separate convos.
How many attackers do you need?
What do you mean? How many attackers do we need? We need more. What do you mean? How many do we need? We need more.
We can get more as we continue to develop the team going forward. I think this team right now is perfect the way it is. We have the perfect balance of star players, and we have the perfect balance of players who are on the ups, and certain players like Trossard and Moreno who are a little bit older and experienced. We don't necessarily need to go and splash 100 million on a player, bring them into
why do you keep mentioning the price? It's not about the price.
Because
it's about
the price has something to do with it.
It's not about the price. It's about Semenyo. It's not about forget the price. Forget the price.
If you bring in Semenyo in January, there is
That's exactly what we need to do. A guy that can play in the Champions League, because he's not champion, because he can play Champions League, and an Arsenal fan, and a guy that's performed at the highest level in a position that we need. That's exactly who we need to buy in January. If there's one signing we need to make, it's that.
What we need right now is we need to get Saka backfiring. We need Gyökeres backfiring. We need to get Odegaard back to his best. We need to get Eze. We need to see more better from Eze. We don't need to go and spend another 100 million on some player who's not in the club. Get the players you have right already. Get them going. Stop focusing on other players. I know Saka is 100 times better than Semenyo. I know Gyökeres at his best is 100 times better than Semenyo. I know Odegaard at his best is one of the best midfielders in this league. I know Eze at his best is as good as Semenyo, or maybe even better. When Martinelli's on form, you know he's a baller who can come in and impact. Trossard can impact. Havertz can make impact. Madueke can make impact. Why do we need to go and spend another 100 million on a player who's outside the building? You have enough inside the building right now. It's not like we're depending on Raheem Sterling and friggin' Trossard and Ethan as our front three. If somebody gets injured, we have enough. You're taking it too far. You're thinking about let's get the next.
Taking it too far too.
It's not always about getting the next big thing. You have enough. Get them going. Get them firing.
You're resting on your laurels, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm not resting on my laurels, because if you ask me to go and get Semenyo in the summer, I agree. Go get him in the summer.
Please stop talking about the summer. Please stop talking about the summer. The summer is please, because the summer is nearly almost
8 players.
Stop talking about the summer. The summer
is not a factory. You don't just bring in everybody.
Bro, a summer is about a year away. Stop talking about the summer. I'm not thinking the summer is not even in my remit, because by the summer the season would have been over. I'll think about the summer and the next season then. This time right now, Why do you think there's a January transfer window? Why do you think there is one?
Bro, D.
No, no, no,
I
no, no. Stay on track. Stay on track. Why do you think there's a January transfer window? It's so that you can boost and enhance your squad and
yeah,
sell players. So do that. Don't let it. Don't. There's a reason why it's there. It's there for a
one
reason.
second.
Use it. Use every one set. Use every opportunity that you have to boost this squad to win the league. That's what you do. You make sure the same thing we did with set piece coaches, and we used every little angle, every little thing we did. You do that with the January transfer window. You get rid of the players you need to get rid of, and you bring in players that we need. That's what you do, bro. If we want to win this league and the Champions League, we're in 4 competitions. We have to improve in January. Don't think that our team is perfect to go to the summer. It's not perfect.
Guess what? We have new signings. You know who they are? Havertz is a new signing. Yoker is what do you call it? Havertz is a new signing. Madueke is like a new signing. Odegaard is like a new signing. All these guys haven't really played much this season. They come back into the team. They make us better. For you to sit here and say, Egal, we need to get better. We need to get better. I'm telling you, we can get better by just improving on what we currently have and getting these guys going and firing. I don't think it's realistic to go out here and say in January, we need to go and splash the cash and bring in a left winger to complete the team and get this team going. Our captain is not playing football right now. Havertz, who is one of our top goal scorers last season, is not playing football right now. Madueke, who's one of our summer signings, is not playing football right now. I don't think we need to go out here and sit here and say we need to go and splash the cash in January. This team is good enough to win the league. We have one of the best teams in the league and across Europe. I don't need more change. Sometimes just keeping things going the way that they are and improving minor details is enough to see you through and win major honors. We don't need to go out and splash the cash on Semenyo or anybody else unless there's a major injury to Bukayo Saka or Eze or something.
This is exactly the reason why we don't have Caicedo because of this attitude.
No. The reason why we don't have Caicedo is because the club does not want to spend.
Precisely, and it's the wrong decision.
No, stop it. You can't compare the two. You're comparing a situation.
We bid whatever.
No, you're comparing a situation to when we bid like 60, 70 million on 2 separate players. We bid over 80 million on 2 different players, didn't get them, and you're sitting here saying this is why we didn't get them. No, it's not about mentality. It's not about finances or mentality. It's about logic. This situation right now is different. We have enough quality. Back then, we didn't have enough quality. Right now, we have enough quality. I don't see the same level of quality across the board from other teams. I don't necessarily am focused on other teams. I think if we can just get what we have in our team firing to a level, even you will be sitting here saying, you know what, we don't need nothing in January.
I will never say we don't need anything, ever. That's never been my thing. I've never ever said, listen, wait. In my 37 year, well, I haven't been watching 37 years. In 35 years of watching football, because I started watching when I was 2 or 3, I've never ever said there's never a time when Arsenal don't need anything. Every January transfer window, I wanted a player. Every single summer window, I wanted a player, regardless of whether we were double winners, title winners, invincibles. There's never, ever, ever been a situation where I've ever thought we don't need anyone ever in my life.
And you know something? You don't always need to sign somebody, because sometimes you have a big enough squad and it can be a detriment to your team when you constantly add new pieces.
I hear what you're saying, but I feel like you need to improve at every opportunity. If you don't feel
sometimes improvement is just bringing back players who've been injured.
Bro, stop saying that.
Why? It's the truth.
You keep saying that? You have to improve.
Why does that annoy you? It's the truth.
Why do you keep saying sometimes bring back the injured player? Why do you keep saying that?
The biggest signing we can have from now to the end of the season is our injured players like Havertz, Madueke, and Odegaard coming back and firing at the best of their.
We know that we want to get them back. That's not the point I'm making. We want the injured players back, but we also want to improve when we can. I don't know what Arsenal fan doesn't want to buy Semenyo in January? Why are you against signing Semenyo in January? Why are you against that?
It doesn't make sense.
It makes perfect sense. He's one of the best left wingers in the league, and you don't want to sign him. Why?
Okay.
So if we could get Haaland, you wouldn't want him either. It doesn't make sense.
First of all, Haaland wouldn't leave City.
But if we could, would you want him?
Just to have another situation where now Gyökeres is wasted.
Oh, you are joking again.
Nah, I am joking. No, but in serious note, if you can get Haaland or something like that, absolute game changer, one of the best players in the world, sure. Semenyo is not that much of a needle mover. Why are we acting like Semenyo is a massive needle mover? He's the best player ever to come to
It's
Arsenal.
just no, because what I'm that's not that. I know we're going to finish in a couple minutes anyway. But what my point was that it's an opportunity to improve the squad in a player that we can get. It's not like I'm saying, oh, let's go and get.
I don't think it's a realistic option, and I think we're kind of living in la la land if we believe that.
That's all. Semenyo's not La La Land, bro. He's from plays of Bournemouth.
I do believe that.
Semenyo is La La Land.
Bournemouth are not mugs, bro.
How is Semenyo La La Land? I'm not saying go and get Vinicius. I said Semenyo.
Semenyo is going to cost you 100 million in January.
And if that's what it takes to win the league, then buy him. What don't you understand about that?
What you don't understand is that's not what it takes. What it takes is having a consistent team that has camaraderie, cohesion, and knows how to play with each other. And bringing in another player in January just so we can have him for a couple months.
It's not so we can have him for a couple months. He's 25.
No, I get that, but you're saying you want him for the back end of the season, right? You want him for the back end of the season.
I do because we need a left wing. I'm not saying buy a centre back.
I don't think
we need a left winger.
If you're saying this team needs a shot in the arm, they need something to improve the team to get them going. I'm saying first, let's actually see what the full team is capable of before we start making.
No, I get that, but the point you're missing.
More money. What are we doing?
The point you're missing is the January transfer window is only it's not like it's for the whole season, and we're saying the January window coming up. If you're Arteta now, what do you think's happening now? What do you think Arteta and the coaching staff are doing now? Do you think they're looking at players in January, or you think we don't need anyone? What do you think they're doing?
I think they're looking at the January market, and if a market opportunity comes up, maybe they'll look at it. But I don't think they're really focused on the January transfer window at all.
Come on, bro.
I think their main focus is winning the next game and trying to get the players they have healthy and finding a market for.
Obviously, I'm talking about the January transfer window.
Finding a market for Jesus to be sold. Trossard is not going nowhere because we just gave him a new deal. I don't see Martinelli going nowhere in January. I don't see any of our other players going anywhere in January. I really do think January is going to come and go, and we're going to be chilling.
All right. Well, you know what?
Ask the chat. Everyone in the chat. Everyone in the chat right now. I want to know. Would you sign Semenyo in January or not? No. Stop.
That's what the question is, bro. That's what the question is. Don't try and twist it. Don't you try and twist it, bro.
The question is, you've just listened to this debate for the last 20 minutes. Who do you think is right? Do you think D's right? Do you think D's right? Do we need to go and spend the money on Semenyo? Or do you think I'm right that the club won't do this and it doesn't make sense for us to
right, bro. Everyone knows I'm right.
Just add more for the sake of adding more.
Bro, everybody knows I'm right. Like any team that wants to guarantee, we have not won the league for how long? Any team that wants to guarantee.
I need to see if you agree with D, say D. If you agree with Egal, say Egal. I need to know. Look, you got one here saying Egal is right, D is bugging.
He's trolling, man. He's trolling. He has to be trolling.
You said our loan signings in January make sense. If we got injuries, it makes sense.
They're trolling, man. They're trolling.
No, bro. Why is it trolling when they don't agree with you? If they agree with you,
no, there's only one person. I ain't seen no one else agree with you. I'm telling you, any normal Arsenal fan, if you say to them, "Should we try and get Semenyo in January?" they're gonna say yes.
Hey, bro, stop insulting a large portion of people.
It's not like I'm saying.
Well, I'm not a normal Arsenal fan now because I don't want Semenyo in January. What are you doing, bro? I don't think it's realistic.
I'm saying realistic. Bro, come on, bro. Semenyo in January is exactly what we need, bro. That's what we should do. Come on, man. You're having a conversation about something. Look. I thought this was a basic convo. You turned it into a debate, man.
For the right price, somebody says, ain't saying.
Yeah, because he's thinking, of course you want Semenyo. He's an Arsenal fan. Of course he wants Semenyo.
Someone said Semenyo had one good season, gets locked up by a big club. Not 100 million. Who said that? Apparently they briefed the media saying 100 million. Egal's going.
No, but that's what you came up with the 100 million price tag, bro. That's what you said.
No. I can bring you articles saying Semenyo
has got a release clause of 75 million. What are you talking about? You brought up the 100 million.
Bournemouth 100 million.
He's got a release clause of 75. So I don't know where you're coming up with random 100 million. Because he signed a new deal and got a release clause in it for 75 million. So you're coming up with 100. You're coming up with 100 million randomly. But what's that got to do with what I said?
100 million.
What's that got to do with what I said?
Bournemouth want 100 million if he was to leave in January.
But 75 million for Semenyo. I don't know why you keep showing me your phone. Why are you showing me your phone?
Look at that. Look at that sentence. Well, Bournemouth, 100 million valuation would be.
Hey, girl, come on, don't do this, bro. Don't, hey, girl, don't be like that.
What? You asked me where I get information.
Don't be like that. Don't be like that.
Show you where I get my information from.
Don't be like that.
Yeah, some people just think I'm trolling. I'm dead serious, wallah. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it makes sense.
All right. Well, to me, I feel like we should try and improve in January because we're in a great position in the league. That's how I see it. I feel like any opportunity.
I think sometimes change is not always the best thing. And I do think if you have enough quality in your team, you should try to get the best out of them before you start going out there and splashing the cash on players.
I don't know why you keep saying the same thing, bro.
Because harmony and cohesion is more important than having the best player in every position.
We've got harmony.
Yeah, but
we've got harmony. Our team's fine. We've got harmony.
We could ruin that. Havertz comes back, he's not getting game time. Madueke comes back.
Talking about people like, see, you keep talking about players that are not the same level of what I'm talking about. You keep doing that. You keep saying.
Excuse me. Since when is Semenyo 10 times better than Havertz? What are we talking about?
Oh, get out of there. Will you get out of there?
Semenyo has one good season at Bournemouth. All of a sudden, he's the best thing since like spread. Come on, bro. I rate Semenyo, but let's not act like Semenyo's prime Sadio Mane, bro. He's not.
Hey, come on, bro. Come on,
I remember last season he couldn't hit a barn door. Let's not act like he's prime Sadio Mane. We're doing this all over again.
No, stop, man.
Get the best out of me and you. Get the best out of Saka. Get the best out of Gyökeres. Get the best out of Eze. Get the best out of Odegaard. Get the best out of your best players before you start saying, "Let's go."
This whole stream you've mentioned Havertz and and what's his name, Jesus, and you mentioned those guys, and I'm saying to you, bruv, like I'm not going to compare Havertz and Semenyo, bro. Semenyo is playing for Bournemouth, ripping up teams. Havertz is a good utility squad player. I'm not comparing the two of them.
Havertz is our starting
65 million. 65 million was that overpriced? What's 65 million overpriced? What's 65 million overpriced for Havertz?
Looking back, no.
No.
Yeah. This is what the going rate is.
This is what you do. Now you're making me debate and you're making the stream go longer for no reason.
Bro, if fucking what's his name is
he's on 265. He's on 285. Is that not overpriced?
Do you okay? His wages are, but
what should his wages be?
His wages probably should be around 150, 180.
100 they should be. Maybe 50. And not only that, one sec. He's how much do you think he's worth at his price? How much do you think his price should be worth? How much as a player do you think Havertz is worth?
Bro, if Alanga's going for 50-something million, I don't think Havertz for whatever we got is ridiculous now. Looking at how the market price has changed, the players are averaging going for 50 now. Dead players are going for
Alanga was overpriced, bro. Alanga's not a 55 million pound player. I said that at the time.
For what Havertz has given us in the return over the last 2 seasons.
What's he given us? What's he given us? A couple of goals here and there.
He was one of our top goal scorers, got 20 plus GA and was helping us. He was helping lead this team to a title race that led to the final day of the season. He's no scrub. Let's not act like he's a scrub.
Havertz is a squad player, isn't it? He's a bench player, isn't it?
Now he's a squad player.
No, that's what he should always have been, is what I'm saying. You don't pay 65 million, 285 a week for a bench player.
There is no guarantee that we sign Semenyo and he gives us the same performances that he does for Bournemouth.
I know, but you're looking at Semenyo and you're looking at him like the value for money is far but greater than Havertz. You're not comparing the two. They're not equatable, bro.
But you know something? You're also not equating the difference it takes when you're the best player on a team. You're taking all the penalties. You're getting all the free kicks. You're doing everything through you compared to being in an Arsenal team where you have to be a sum of the parts. It's not the same. For Arsenal to go and splash the cash on Semenyo, there's no guarantee. There's not enough time to train with the team and get ready. And he's going to have to go and play Premier League games, help us win games right away in a title race. It's too much pressure, hard work to get that player and acclimatized to the team. I think it's better off. I think it's better off Arsenal do not go and splash the cash in the January window. Focus on improving the players we currently have, or else we'll just be in a similar situation to Liverpool, trying to get the team to gel after being top of the league and tossing it away because we signed a player thinking he's going to help us, and next thing you know, it hinders us. I don't want to take the risk. I think there's more risk in squad cohesion, having a player having to acclimatize to a new team mid-season without a proper preseason and everything else, and also taking a player from a Bournemouth team and having to play against in an Arsenal team that's completely different, that faces completely different types of defenses. It's a lot. It's a lot. It's not the same. It's not the same at all.
I've got more faith in Semenyo than I have in Havertz.